Hey everyone, today I come to you with a very, very heavy heart. Um, I know I look a hot mess, but please excuse that. Um, what's today? Today is Tuesday, September 24th, 2013, and tomorrow, Wednesday, September 25th, will be exactly 1 week from the day my baby was born. She was early. I was only 22 weeks pregnant, 22 plus like 3 days. Um, and my water broke early again. For those of you that have been following my pregnancy journey this time around, on my blog at stepmompreneur.com. The link is also below. You can click on it and just see some of the different things that I've been dealing with this pregnancy. It was going very well from my perspective. But once again, 22 weeks, just like in December, my water broke early. And had it not been for the experience I had last December, I would not have known what was going on. I might have thought that maybe I leaked a little urine on myself or maybe peed on myself a little bit, but it was actually my water breaking. And I knew right away what was happening. Um, and I went immediately to the emergency room with my partner, and sure enough, they confirmed that my water had broken. And it was very hard to hear that again, but I still kept the faith. I kept the faith, and I really thought that there would be a different outcome this time, because in general, it was a pretty healthy pregnancy. But um, what does give me peace and some comfort during this time is the fact that I did everything I could this pregnancy, despite my beliefs about natural pregnancy and natural birth. I'm a student midwife, so it was very hard to have some of the interventions that I did have during this pregnancy. Um, just expecting to have a normal natural pregnancy like I teach women that they can have, that teach women that our bodies are made for. It's very hard to have that knowledge and have that information, yet go through what I've gone through twice. But basically, the issue that I have is that, based on medical terminology, which is very male centered, I'll say, um, I have an incompetent cervix. But that's not the language I choose to use. I just say my cervix is weak and it needs some strengthening. And I know that I can strengthen it. I do trust and believe and know that it can be strengthened. And in the meantime, there are different things that the medical profession um, is good for. I'm not completely against the medical profession. I'm not completely against OBGYNs. I think that for normal, low risk pregnancies, um, they're not really necessary. They're not indicated. And a woman, I think, is better off with a midwife or someone who can guide her on her journey in a more natural way that's supportive of the way nature intended. However, in cases like mine and other women who are considered high risk, or have medical conditions that need to be addressed, OBs are extremely important. And there are different technologies and interventions available that can help with some of the different discomforts and even problems that some women experience during pregnancy. So with me having a weak cervix, um, us finally knowing that that is what the issue is, because it's happened twice at the same time in my pregnancy, 22 weeks, same time this time as it was last time. Then the issue is that my cervix is weak, and by the time the baby gets to that certain size and that certain weight, then my cervix starts to dilate and can't take the pressure of the growing fetus, and so my water breaks and labor starts spontaneously. Yeah, this time around I did the progesterone shots that were recommended. There was much debate about that, whether I should, whether I shouldn't. I just wanted to trust that my body knew what it needed to do. Last pregnancy was so different. I was very nauseous and sick for much of the pregnancy. I wasn't getting enough protein. I wasn't eating like I should have been. I wasn't getting enough water. So this time around, I did everything that I thought I needed to do better the first time around. I got exercising, I walked. I even found a cheap $15 elliptical from the thrift store. I bought it. I've been using that in the house for days when it was just too hot to go outside. But it is what it is. You know, at least I know now what the issue is. And this pregnancy, this time around, has really inspired me to just make some serious changes in my life. It's inspired my partner Dwayne to make some serious changes in his life, and for us to really embark on a journey of healing together. So for that, I am grateful. And I'll be keeping you all posted through my blog at stepmompreneur.com if you want to follow my healing journey, healing from the loss of two babies, both of whom were big to the point that they either needed to be buried or cremated. Serenity, that was my first girl. She was buried. She's buried with my grandmother, so that gives me peace of mind. Should I ever decide to leave DC, which I know I will, because I'm not staying here forever. And Miracle, who's still in the hospital, we named her Miracle. She's still in the hospital awaiting arrangements with the funeral home. And we're probably going to cremate her for the reasons, you know, like if we leave the state, which we will someday, we'll always have her with us. And we're comforted in knowing that Serenity is at least laying to rest with my grandmother. So that's where we are, stepmompreneur.com. The link is also listed below. You can follow my healing journey. If you yourself have lost a child, period, you know, regardless of the age, regardless of your stage of pregnancy, whether it was first trimester or second trimester, or whether your baby was born still, or whether you got to spend some time with your little baby, you know, hopefully my journey will inspire you and help you if you're having a rough time dealing with it. I know from experience before and now that every day is different. Every minute of every day is different. You know, sometimes you're good and you're smiling and you're happy and you're just thinking positive thoughts about what's to come, and sometimes you just wonder, what could I have done? And you know, you just think, for me anyway, I had no pain medication. I went into labor. I gave birth to a almost 15-ounce baby. It was work. It was hard work, and it's really hard to go through that and come home with no baby 2 times. So my thoughts are with you, and I know that we can get through this. And I will be providing some resources and just different things that I'm doing to help me move forward in my journey of healing. And yes, I wish you the best. We can do this. Our bodies were made for this, and it's going to happen. So stay tuned. Subscribe to my blog or bookmark it, whichever. Subscribe to this channel, because I'll also be doing some video updates, sharing different resources, things like that that I may come across, to help us, because the world needs more healing, period, and we can do it. Okay. Peace and many blessings to you and your family, and we'll meet again.